The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Listen, let me just go ahead and tell you, because I know a lot of listeners are wanting to know about the Mike Zullo update. It's not earth-shattering. The update is not, but it is information that you need to know. I did speak with him, and I'll tell you where they are in the investigation and kind of where that's going. But first, I can just say this: Mike and I were both speaking that certainly Zullo and Arpaio must be hovering right over a very important target, because most of you are aware, if you're listeners or P.P. Simmons News and Ministry Network subscribers. By the way, if you don't have a clue what that is, go to carlgallops.com and click on the right-hand side there, and you'll see all the P.P. Simmons links. Or just go to www.ppsimmons.com. Okay, it's this conglomerate network of ministry information, prophecy information, Bible information, and news sources, news information. And a lot of it's related to biblical stuff, but not all of it is. It's just we love America, we love people, and of course we come from a biblical worldview, and that's what the P.P. Simmons News and Ministry Network is. Millions and millions, tens of millions of views, millions of viewers and readers every year, tens and tens of thousands of subscribers just to the YouTube portion of it. But it's a YouTube, it's a blog spot, it's a syndicated blog spot, it's 4 or 5 Facebook properties that are connected to it, several websites. That's why it's called a network. It's all connected. Twitter, etc. Again, go to PP Simmons, www.ppsimmons.com, and you can see it all there. But if you're a follower of that, you know that several weeks ago, I think it was NBC, it's one of the major affiliates out of Phoenix, Arizona, ran a huge hit piece on the television one night on Zullo and Arpaio and the Cold Case Posse and this whole thing. I mean, just really poking in the eye and poking around in the, busting in the nose, trying to, and the whole thing was designed to call them out, to kind of get them to spill the beans, to come forth and say, oh yeah, let me tell you what we have. They're dying to know. Plus, Zullo and Arpaio are hovering over some really, really heavy-duty targets, and so you know that ought to tell you something. But the bottom line is, Mike Zullo says that they are still on course. They are still working. They have never given up. This investigation is ongoing. We've told you before, it's extremely deep. There are legal issues that they have to deal with. Now, folks, I'm not at liberty to tell you what they are, but if I did, you would understand them. You would say, yeah, well, that's true. They can't take step C until, they started with step A, and that was huge. But step B is this legal issue that needs to be dealt with. And there are a couple of those. And they've already hurdled several of them. So there's still some of those, because Sheriff Arpaio has made it clear. They know they've got one shot at this, folks. So when it comes, the shot's going to be big. It's going to be legal. It's going to be clear. It's going to be loud. So we're just going to have to be patient. I mean, and I know people say, well, you've been saying that for years. Well, because it's been an ongoing investigation for a long time. And that's just the bottom line. Now, just recently, Sheriff Arpaio and Mike Zullo spoke at the Surprise Arizona Tea Party. Just recently. And Sheriff Arpaio assured the Surprise Arizona Tea Party that this investigation is on course, it is still going on, and it will be coming forward. And there are a few legal issues they're dealing with, and a few investigative matters, but it's getting ready to be wrapped up with a bow on it. We're going to have to be patient. Now, don't forget, it's just in the headline news that Sheriff Arpaio has filed a lawsuit against Obama and the administration, along with a lot of other sheriffs, because of this amnesty thing they did. I mean, Obama is absolutely ignoring border laws. And this is deadly serious. And these sheriffs know this. I mean, deputy sheriffs and Border Patrol agents have lost their lives over this issue over the years. And Obama winked at it last night. Winked at it. And has made it worse. And has put people's lives in danger. So sheriffs, and Arpaio's leading the way in this. I mean, so Arpaio is deadly serious about this whole administration. He's been the target. He's been targeted. Mike Zullo has been targeted. So, folks, just hang on. Now, for those of you that are thinking that, well, they better, by gosh, do something, because if they don't... Listen. Arpaio and Zullo are not the problem with this nation. They don't have to do any of this, but they are. They don't have to bring anything forward, but they're assuring us that they are and that they're going to. Congress already has enough information. They should have already done something with this rogue president before. Now they're calling him the lawless one. Now they're saying that Obama has declared war on America. That's what several congressmen have said. And I say to the congressman, okay, what was the oath of office you took? You would defend this Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And out of your own mouth, you're saying the president has become an enemy to this nation and has declared war on this nation. So what are you going to do, Congress? Forget Arpaio and Zullo right now. What are you going to do? Congress, what are you going to do, FBI? What are you going to do, mainstream media? What are you going to do, federal courts? You're going to sit back, roll over, and let Caesar Obama continue to declare war, those are your words, declare war on America when you raised your right hand and swore before God that you would protect our Constitution, and he's trampled it in the dirt, turned his back, refused to obey the laws of the land that are already on the books, and has told millions of illegals, hey, you can stay, I'm not going to do anything to you. Rapists, drug dealers, DWI, killers on the highways, low priority. You can stay. I kid you not, folks. Arpaio and Zullo are important. They've got some heavy-duty stuff coming. But it's not their responsibility to save America, politically speaking. I mean, I know it's in the hands of God, but politically speaking, it's not. The Christian response to this, I'm going to give you something to chew on. We'll talk about it in a little bit. People say, yeah, but Christians, shouldn't they, shouldn't we just, we got to take care of the children. Okay. Should Christians feed and clothe the hungry and the poor? Yes. Do we open our home to the streets and say, hey, y'all come in, get what you want, do what you want, take what you want? No. See, there is a difference. Even the Christian response has limits and borders and boundaries, believe it or not.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.